Hi crafters, and welcome to Creative Moments by G. Guess what time it is? It's paper pumpkin time. The December 2023 finally arrived and Maddie and I got busy. So let's head down to the crafting table and let me show you what we've done. Okay, this kit has some fantastic sentiments. Now look at those sentiments. Aren't they gorgeous? The fonts are just beautiful. We have some additional flowers. They had pop-out flowers. They had some cards. And let me tell you what we did. We went ahead and we took our cards and we split them in half so that we could use them as mats for new cards. We added some additional colors of cardstock to complement the cards that they included in the kit. We're going to make one card together, and then I'm going to show you 3 cards. We're going to make another card together, and I'm going to show you our final 3 cards. Now, we had lots of items left over, so we could have easily made 10, 12 additional cards. But we focused on these 6 cards, trying to really highlight the flowers that they gave us and the sentiments. Let's get busy. Okay, the first card we're going to make is a pocket card. So you're going to need just a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of cardstock. You're going to score it in half at 5 1/2, and then we're going to have an inside card. So on the inside card, this one is going to be 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. Now, I will not be posting these over on the blog, so feel free to take a moment and write down those measurements. That's the inside card. So let me show you how you make this quick and easy pocket card. Go ahead and get your double-sided tape. Open up your card, and we are going to just put our double-sided right against that edge, because that's going to close this and cause it to be a pocket card. Does it get any easier than that? I think not. So bring out take your pick tool to go ahead and take this backing off. Make sure that you really squish it down so that glue gets adhered to the cardstock. And we just press it down. Now, what I like to do so that it's easier for the recipient to get that card out, I like to go ahead and just cut a little indentation using our punch. So go ahead and just open this up. And I just use a little 1-inch punch. And I just punch it. And now we just have a little indentation right there. Let's go ahead and work on the front of our card. So I took just some beautiful DSP and I ran it through an embossing folder. And this is the cane weave embossing folder. It was already a weave, but this just gave it that added texture. Look at that, so pretty. Now I'm going to go ahead and just glue this down. This is a very easy card to make. You could even put a gift card. We actually have a short on how to create this and turn it into a gift card. You could do that as well. So I'm just going to put that right on the top. Now, this is a 3D embossing folder, so you really have to get the glue in those crevices. Now, if it covered up your little area right there, you can go ahead and just punch that again. And there we have the front. So we're going to set that to the side, and we're going to start thinking about this. Now, you can have a sentiment at the bottom of this so that when they pull it out, you see something. I'm going to go ahead and leave this blank, but look at what we're doing to the top of it. This is one of the images that they punch out in this kit. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, this is how I'm going to do this. I'm going to line this up right like this, and I'm going to put some dimensionals right here because I want it raised. And I'll show you why in just a moment. So let's go ahead and put our dimensionals right here. You need it to be in a straight line right here. Now you can also use strips. So I'm going to pull out our strips and let's just use that. That will give me the straight line that I want. Just going to use my finger. So now let's go ahead and just put this on our note card. You want to make sure that that strip lines up on the back. So let's make sure it did. Okay, and now to make this even more special, I'm going to cut around this so that it looks like this is the topper of the card. So let's just do that very quickly. Just kind of go in. Cut over here. And now look at that. Isn't that pretty? Now watch what happens when you slip it in. It's such an easy card. So we're going to just slip this in. And you see how the flowers go over this pocket. That's because of where we put the dimensional strip. It allows it to go in just like that. Now, how pretty is that? So pretty, but we're not done. This is also a label that came with the kit. So we are going to put this right on the front and we are going to stamp it. Now I'm going to show you a little tip. I'm going to bring in some paper and I'm going to stamp in Night of Navy because I love Night of Navy. I think it really makes the sentiments pop. But then I'm going in with some clear embossing powder and that will make it shiny. So let's go ahead and give it a really good ink up. Let's ink that stamp up really well. Make sure we have enough ink. Then we're just going to push it down on the middle of this label. And I'm going to hold it. And now I'm going to bring in my clear embossing powder. And I'm just going to put it on there just like this. And what is so nice about this is it just makes it really shiny. So let's move that to the side. Let's bring in our heating tool. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in my tweezers. And now look at how shiny that is. I don't know if you can see it, but it really makes it pop. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up on some dimensionals. And look at this quick and easy pocket card. You simply take it out just like this. You can add some more decorations if you want, but such an easy card that is so pretty. So let me show you some additional cards that we made. I want to show you 3 more cards. Now here is one card that we just added some pattern paper to. We created our background using the stamps that they gave us, and then we put some vellum on the front of this, just a strip, and we went ahead and embossed the sentiment again, just to make it pop. Just a very simple card, but yet really so pretty. Then on the inside, we just added a few little flowers. And so here we have 2. Now, this card, we decided to go ahead and use the card that they gave us. We cut it apart. We added it through an embossing folder. We created our background right here using the same blue shades to keep everything monochromatic. Then we added a strip. We embossed that as well. And then we added that beautiful saying. Just a very quick and easy card, but you could make so many of these if this is a design you decide to use with your kit. Let's go ahead and keep looking at the cards we created. Now look at this one. We cut this off of the envelope and we added it to the card and cut around it, trimmed around that, to make a beautiful border. This is also the card that they gave us. We cut it apart. We added it to the top of some beautiful cardstock, added our embellishments, and then look on the inside. We went ahead and just added a little piece of DSP patterned paper just to make it pop. So pretty. And I'm going to go ahead and show you one more. Look at this one. Now, this is a fun card to make. This is a gatefold. We created our background using a stencil. We had a stencil of leaves, and I'm sure you have stencils. You could do flowers. You could do whatever kind of stencil you wanted. Just create your background. We created this belly band, but we cut out a circle right in the middle just to showcase this belly band. Now, we did use one of the images that they gave us, the flower. We added some gems. We used their stamp set. Just makes such a pretty card. Easy, that's what we like. This one is all about easy. So here is our first set of alternatives for this video. Take a moment and let us know which is your favorite from this first set. Okay, let's move on to our second set of cards. Now, to do that, I'm going to create a card with you. This is a fun design, and it's very easy. You take just a mat. This is not even your typical card. This is a mat, and the panel is 5.5 by 4 1/4. Now we're going to add to this, and so we need to cut some strips. You can see we cut one of their cards apart. And then we are just going to create a card for the middle part of this. This card front is 8 1/4 by 2 7/8, and you score it at 4 1/8. So what we're going to do is go ahead and lay these down together. So let's go ahead and glue them and add them to our card base. And you can see that we just left 1/8 of an inch around. And the size of these two panels are 1 1/8 by 4 1/8. That's for the first mat. And the second mat is 1 by 4. So let's just get this added to the front of our base. You can see how very quickly you can put this card together. Love this design. And I want to take a moment and invite you, if you have not already, subscribe to our channel. We provide inspiration weekly, and we would love to have you be part of our crafting family. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and lay down this note card right in the center. It fits perfectly. We are going to add this to the front of our blue mat. That is going on the front of our note card. Just to give it, you don't have to add that many mats if you don't want to, but I just think coordinating all these colors really makes it pop. So let's just add this down. We once again have a very small border. Now, you don't have to add anything on the center of this because it is yellow. They can write. You can see it, no problem. If you wanted to add a white mat, you could do that as well. But what we want to do is we want to go ahead and put our sentiment. Now, this time, I'm going to emboss in gold. So let's bring in our paper again. I'm going to use the embossing buddy just to make sure we don't get any gold anywhere else. So I just ran it over our label real quick. I'm going to bring in our Versamark. I'm going to ink it up really well. We want lots of gooey richness on this. Now you can use your Stamparatus if you want. I'm going to bring in my gold embossing powder. And look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. So quickly done. Oh my goodness. We're going to go ahead and add this right to the front, and we're going to put it up on some dimensionals. And there we have our second card. Look at this. Look at how cute this is. So pretty. And it really is very springy, right? I love these colors. Now, you could decorate it some more if you wanted to, and I think we might. We have this punch out right here that came with it. Look at how pretty that looks when you add it. So let's go ahead and add that. Look at that. What do you think? Doesn't it add to the beauty? I think it does. The other way was very elegant, looked very pretty, but once you add this, so pretty. And let's add a few little gems that they gave us with the kit. And now we are done. What do you think? I love this design. Very quick and easy. You can write on the inside. So let me show you set 2 of our alternatives. Here is another card that we created. We added a little bit of patterned paper, created our background, and we cut a little bit of this off just to make it interesting. But you wouldn't be able to tell, right? Because we continued the patterned paper. So just something very interesting when they get it. They think it's a normal size card, but it's not. It's a little bit different. Look at that one. Next, we decided to bring in some more vellum. We love this vellum. We went ahead and cut circles and we ran it through the embossing folder. We created this sentiment circle using some stamps that were included in the kit. We also included the punched out flowers. We used coordinating colors. And then you go on the inside and it's decorated as well. And finally, we have our double fan card. Now, hopefully you checked out our video, search for double fan card, and we show you exactly how to create this. But when it sits up on your desk, this is what it looks like. Look how beautiful that is. You have a place to write your sentiment on the back. It stands up perfectly. And when it lays down, it looks like that. So take a moment and let us know from the second set, which is your favorite? Okay, I'm going to add in our other cards again, just so that you can take a screenshot. I want to remind you, this picture will be posted over on Pinterest, so you'll be able to see it. Those are our alternatives for December 2023. Well, we hope that you were inspired by our alternatives. Take a moment, give us a thumbs up, and leave us a comment. It means so much to us. If you haven't subscribed, we sure would love that. Maudie and I want to wish you a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.